Whoopie.
Give my side some movie. Come on.
After Party Radio.
Look, chillin' in them trenches, feeling like nobody pray for me. The people closest to me was the ones who tried to take from me. So yeah, I'm paranoid, I keep them toys and I spray for free. And I ain't stressing shit, a problem can't even get a date from me. I walk in paradox, cause I won't go out waiting patiently. I'm never basic, do you think I'm average? You mistaken me, I push the start to whip the snow. The only time I take a kid is lonely at the top. So what the fuck is being neighborly? I never hear a block, I stay with it like it's slavery out in the it's super sweet, that shit is fake. Believe it was no game with me, but niggas never tried to play with me. I had to flip at least 50 more, and ain't no tracing me. Ain't no smoking on my homies, wish you would try it though. My homies get to clicking like the hell is 35. I'm colder than the ice, and you an actor, it's like right along. I see you playing D, I call a trap and run inside the zone. I ain't Belichick, I'm Lombardi when I ride the song. Closing deals and stealing niggas' meals all via phone. I ain't competing, I'm just rocking what they rocking on. I hear the beat and roll myself a wood and get my rhyming on. They with me faithfully, cause niggas know ain't no replacing me, and we embrace the heat. That's why they never try to race me. And niggas know it ain't no fake with me. Chillin' in them trenches, feeling like nobody prayed for me. The people closest to me was the ones who tried to take from me. So yeah, I'm paranoid, I keep them toys and I spray for free. And I ain't stressing shit, a problem can't even get a date from me. Chillin' in them trenches, feeling like nobody prayed for me. The people closest to me was the ones who tried to take from me. So yeah, I'm paranoid, I keep them toys and I spray for free. And I ain't stressing shit, a problem can't even get a date from me.
How everybody doing? This is Jalen Carr, co-founder of AFTR Party. I'm sitting down with my man DVO right now from Chicago. DVO, you want to introduce yourself real quick?
My name is DVO from the north side of Chicago. I'll be rapping a little bit. Y'all might not hear, but y'all will.
So yeah, I mean, just walk me through that. What was it like growing up in suburbs of Chicago, north side Chicago? I feel like I know you told me you moved around like a lot, like growing up, but I'm sure like every single place was like different cultural experience type shit. So
Absolutely. Going from the burbs or going from the city to the burbs is like night and day, realistic. But there was points I hit in between. I didn't go straight from Chicago out to the burbs. I stayed in Maywood, Bellwood, a couple other places. So I didn't immediately go to the burbs, but it was definitely different living in the city than living in the burbs, because the city just fast. You know what I'm saying? Once you go from a fast city to the burbs, it's easy as fuck to get in trouble, because it's
too slow out there. Yeah,
it's not things, but I love them both. I love them both with all my heart. I've met real people in both. I met real niggas in the burbs, real niggas in the city. I met bitches in the city. I met bitches in the burbs. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, come on.
No matter where you're from, it's just what type of dude you are.
Do you think that it has any inspiration, on your music or your sound? Growing up in these different places.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Because my bad, actually.
Oh no, you good.
I feel like you could tell I went to a decent ass school. I know how to use my lyrics and shit and words correctly and shit like that. So that's where I think it plays into my music the most. It's it just broadens my vocabulary and the way I can hit the beat and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to if I would have stayed in the city, I think I'd be straight just killing niggas. You know what I'm saying? Keeping niggas.
Yeah.
That shit getting old, man.
I mean, just in the last year, RP King Von, RP Duck, it's been a tough year for Chicago, definitely.
Flies one point in time, it was damn.
And in the middle of the pandemic too, man, I was like, this is crazy. I remember seeing that FBG Duck died. I was like, bro, this is gotta be a joke. There's no way.
I don't know how it is in New York, but when FBG Duck got hit up, but that's one of the busiest spots in Chicago. So it was damn, they went on that bad that they pulled up.
Yeah.
It's just the rap beef goes so far in Chicago. It's to the point where they'll really pull up on you broad daylight and on State Street, in front of the city tower and get you going. So it's I just try to stay away from all that bullshit. Focus on the music.
Yeah, stay in your own lane. Come on, you're doing it right now. So just in general, what are some of your biggest musical inspirations? What artists really would you say define your music taste?
Well, see, because you know what I'm saying, I grew up with my pops, so he was a big Luda fan, big 50 fan.
Okay.
Of course, growing up, Wayne, anybody who in the, you know what I'm saying, anywhere from
right mind, yeah.
But Wayne, of course, sometimes depending on the beat, I like the way Drake approach a lot of his beats. He approaches them differently. You know what I'm saying? He really poetically gifted. I try to use those as inspirations. And then as far as like rappers that I like right now, I mean, Drake is still current, but the Baby probably is like one of my biggest inspirations right now. Even though a lot of his shit be sounding the same.
But he be releasing the same song in different ways, and it still hit. So he's doing it right. Like
doing something right? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think he like number 6 on Spotify, played artist, you know what I'm saying? So if it ain't broke, don't fix it, shit. So I fuck with the Baby, even though I probably know what he gonna say next, and I ain't never heard the song before, but I still fuck with him.
As soon as you hear that, like, let's go, you already know he's about to just like say a million words in 30 seconds, dude.
Honestly, that's probably why I like him. It's just his vibe is just like, it's infectious, you know what I'm saying?
That energy, yeah.
You can't buy that, you can't coach that. That's just art. So I appreciate it, even if it's the same thing over and over again.
That's what's up. I've seen a couple freestyles, so I know you can spit, obviously. But kind of walk me through your writing process. You usually write your songs, or you naturally in the booth just like freestyle with it?
I probably got one of the weirdest writing processes ever. But like, so if I find a beat that I'm fucking with, I might write like 3 songs to it or 4 songs to it. And then when I get to the studio, you know what I'm saying, I'll be like, I'm taking that part, I'm taking that part, I'm taking that part. And then scratch the rest of it, I'm freestyling around. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a little mix of both, but like, that really comes with like comfortability in the studio. It's like, a lot of the bigger artists, they don't write shit. They just punch in. It's punch in gang all the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's definitely something I like. I don't know if I necessarily want to grow out of it, but I do want to get to the point where I could just like walk in the studio, play the beat, like, you know what I'm saying, make a song. I ain't got to sit there for 30 minutes to write something down, but I'm always going to be filling up my notes. That's where those real bars come from.
Definitely. I feel like the songs that really come from like you telling a story, you know, you really got to write that down, but like, if you really just hear some shit that's like fire, like a beat that's fire, you know, you can just hop on that, just like bounce with it.
Roll a blunt, press record, we got this shit, but
that's what's up. And even like in your music, like just like I noticed you got a lot of like sports references, like, you know, like we got the DVO Lombardi, you know, we got the Bibby.
Yes, sir.
This is your music and the album covers, but like, you know, I think there's a lot of parallels between athletes and music, just like especially now, like, you know, every athlete wants to be a musician, every musician wants to play for the league, you know.
Swear to God.
So how do sports play into your music, and like, you know, even you as an artist, like, did you grow up like playing sports, like?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I grew up playing football. I made the basketball team 1 year. I was an athletic ass little nigga, I ain't gonna lie, but like the way they play into the music is just because like you said, like every rapper feel like he could be in the NBA and like he could get in the studio and lay something down. So it's like, I don't know, it's like I definitely can't hoop like that. I know that, but like I don't know. It's some type of correlation. You know, the NBA fuck with hip hop music, so hip hop music just naturally fuck with the NBA, just sports general. You know what I'm saying? Especially the ones that like a lot of African Americans play. You know what I'm saying? You know they listen to hip hop music, so it's like, why not?
I also think it's just like the grind too, you know, like as an athlete, you really gotta like, it's something you're so passionate about, you don't care like how much like time you gotta put into it, like blood, sweat, and tears you're gonna put into it. So it's like with music, it's kind of the same shit. It's like if you're so passionate about a song, so passionate about your own music, like you're gonna spend hours in the studio, you're gonna spend days in the studio until you get it right. So I feel like that's like really one of the bigger like parallels with that.
You're right, bro. I never even really thought about that, but it is kind of like we don't share the same passion, but we both have a passion for something, and we can see how deep it is within each other. So it's like this is like a mutual level of respect type of thing. That was smart. I like the way you put that.
You know, a little connected dots right there. Come on. Yeah. All right, so yeah, I mean, last year was like a learning lesson for everyone. Obviously, you know, one of the toughest years that like I think in our generation we probably will like always remember 2020. That's just a fact. And I mean, like 2021 right now is feeling like the deluxe version. Like we're not really out of it yet. So.
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet. But what are some of the biggest things you learned from the past year?
The biggest things I learned, you talking about as far as like music wise, or just like in general?
Life, whatever. Yeah.
That's just had me focused on music. Like that's pretty much. It was a blessing really for me. It was like I'm stuck in the house. I don't have shit to do. Like I'm just write music, and then I'm working out. What I learned from it on the music side, what I learned from 2020 on the music side. There was actually this quote from one of the dudes in the Temptations. He says, "This shit is show business." You know what I'm saying? Don't forget what you're doing during the show. Your business could be walking out the back door. And at first, I'm thinking, what the fuck are you talking about? But then, like,
I like that.
You start to get into the business mode, and you see how like the music industry works. It's like you really could be working your ass off and not make like a dime. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else should get paid before you get paid. So it's like, if I picked up anything from when I started dropping music in October to now, it's just that like I got to be on top of everything from contracts to beats to videographers, make sure everybody gets paid. It's like you really it's a business, not just rapping. That's what I found out.
There's a whole other part to it. It's like, oh yeah, my shit is fire, but like, come on, I gotta learn all this, like, business side, this industry side. So
I was just about to say, I'll be feeling so bad for the artists who gotta learn the hard way, who like saying do 1 million plays but didn't buy the beats, they didn't make any money, or they like sign a bad deal and they can't release any music, or like anything like that. I feel for those artists now that I see how easy it is and how industries just take over, take advantage of your vulnerability. You know what I'm saying?
It's
like
cutthroat almost, like you gotta dig around, but you gotta also be a cutthroat. Like you just gotta be like, fuck this. Like my shit is going up before anyone else's. Like
it's weird. Like you'll think you have a genuine connection with another artist, and then you'll find out later on down the road he was using you for like a hook or something. It's like, bro, I would have gave you that hook. A lot of these rappers, they act tough, but they not really.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of going off of that, like October, like you said, you released Bibby, like whatever your first song was. Like I know Ariana was big, Bibby was big, OnlyFans obviously, like at the end of the year strong, but like I know for like like a couple years, like your SoundCloud has been popping off. Like that was like kind of like your first platform that popped off. But like now, like you're racking hundreds of thousands of streams, like all across all your platforms right now. So just kind of walk me through like what are your plans and your goals for this upcoming year? Because the momentum is crazy. Like we're expecting big things right now. So
I really do be taking shit day by day, but like I just strive to be better. I mean, obviously I want to double, triple, quadruple those numbers, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Get on the radio, all that good shit. But that shit comes with just going to the studio and getting better and perfecting my craft. So if I had a real legitimate goal for the year, would be to perfect my craft. I get this shit perfected. So that's really like my goal for this year, is just to like really get a sound down. When people like turn on DVO, they know what they go get. You know what I'm saying? Like we were saying, you turn on the baby, you about to get a whole bunch of energy and vibes and shit. When they turn on DVO, they go get whatever fuck I end up mastering. But yeah, that's probably my biggest goal for this year, is just to get that sound down. So
That's what's up. And I mean, like even in your recent video, like Ariana, like I kind of felt like your vibe. It's like that. It's that like big energy. It's like it's always like a good time. So like kind of just walk me through like outside of like like once everything's done with like pandemic, whatever. Like what is like your perfect party environment? Like what is like like what does a good party look like to you?
Ratio at least got to be even, if not girls. First and foremost, that's a good part. But like, I'm a people person. I really do like talking to a lot of people. So like, I like Airbnb parties or house parties. A lot of people there, of course. Good music. I can't stand when they do both sad. But good music for sure. 420 friendly. I mean,
simple man, you're not asking for too much. Like,
I don't even yacht or no Bentley or nothing.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said with the video Ariana, like that I kind of got a glimpse of that. Like I'm excited to see, like what even like a DVO show look like. It's like the energy was infectious, just like you said earlier. The energy was infectious in the video. So
I think a DVO show would be. I think we would like that bitch. Me and Danny talk about it a lot. I always tell him like, man, I feel like the first time I'm gonna say I'm gonna rock that bitch, but we go see.
All right, but I mean, that's all from me. After Party Radio, we got my man DVO right here, and if you don't know him now, you better know him, because this year he's about to blow up.
Man, yeah, check in on me, man. I appreciate y'all for having me, for real. It was a great interview.
Definitely.